Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we questioned what makes you important. Today, we go deeper. Here is the essential question. If you know your worth, why can someone still treat you like you don't matter? Most people believe value comes from effort, talent, loyalty, or confidence. That sounds reasonable. If you work harder, you should be valued more. If you care more, you should matter more. If you are competent, you should lead. But that is not always what happens. The hardest working person is not always promoted. The most loyal partner is not always prioritized. The most capable employee is not always influential. So something else must be shaping value between people. We are taught that effort creates value. Work harder, give more, adjust more, be nicer, be more supportive. But look at what happens in real situations. At work, the person who says yes to everything often becomes overloaded, not elevated. In dating, the partner who constantly reassures often becomes predictable, not prioritized. In friendship, the friend who is always available often becomes taken for granted, not respected more. The same behavior, giving more, produces a different outcome than expected. So we have to ask, if effort alone does not increase value, what actually does? If effort is not the answer, then we need to observe what truly changes how people are treated. In every interaction, someone sets direction and someone adjusts to it. In meetings, one person proposes and others respond. In relationships, one person defines standards and the other adapts. In families, one member remains steady and others move around that stability. This is not about personality or charisma. It is about position. Position means one simple thing: who adjusts around whom. The person who consistently adjusts signals higher concern about maintaining the interaction. The person who remains steady signals lower dependence. And over time, people respond differently to those two positions. Consider the workplace. Two equally competent employees present ideas in a strategic meeting. Both prepared, both capable. Leadership challenges their proposal. One employee quickly reshapes the idea to match the tone in the room. The other listens carefully, explains their reasoning, and adjusts details if necessary, but does not abandon direction just to reduce tension. Both are professional, both contribute. But months later, whose opinion is requested first? The one who stayed steady while influencing the discussion. Not because they worked more, not because they cared less, because their stability under challenge gave their presence weight. Now shift to dating. Two people begin seeing each other. One consistently adapts, waiting for the other to define exclusivity, communication patterns, and future plans. If contact slows, that person increases effort. If attention rises, that person accelerates emotionally. The second person clearly states what they want and behaves consistently with it. If communication slows, they remain steady. If attention increases, they do not rush. Over time, whose pace defines the relationship? The one who maintained direction without losing emotional balance. The other adjusts around that rhythm. Same interest, same effort, different position. And that difference changes perceived value. The same pattern appears in friendship and family. In friendship, one person constantly changes plans to avoid tension. Another participates fully, but does not repeatedly shift preferences. After a while, whose availability is negotiated around? In family disagreements, one member rushes to restore peace immediately. Another remains calm without collapsing under discomfort. Over time, whose voice becomes the reference point? Influence does not grow from force. It grows from stability combined with direction. The one who can remain steady while participating often becomes the center others move around. So we return to the essential question. If you know your worth, why can someone still treat you like you don't matter? Because value is not declared. It is formed between people. Value forms where perception meets influence and stability. People observe who adjusts first. They notice who shapes direction. They notice who remains steady when tension appears. Over time, those patterns determine how much weight your presence carries. That weight determines treatment. The same person can feel powerful in one setting and invisible in another because position shifts. Now here is something you can test. In conversations, in meetings, in arguments, who adjusts first? Who defines direction? Who stays steady? You do not need to share personal details. You can use examples from movies, public figures, or situations you observe. Ask yourself this: do you believe value increases when someone adjusts less, or have you seen cases where adjusting more increased value? Share your perspective in the comments. There is no right or wrong answer. The goal is to recognize the pattern. Once you begin to see how position shapes value, you begin to see the deeper structure behind everyday interactions.